Hi, I'm Ed,
I'm Barb.
and this is Carp Family Adventures again.
Woohoo! Guess what? We're on another cruise. Yay! But I'm sad because Alex isn't here.
Yeah, it's just us this time.
Sorry, it might not be that as exciting.
Might not be that
I don't know
fun.
if we're going to have drink updates on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, reviews of drinks.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're in our cabin on the new Star Princess,
Yeah.
and we're going to the Panama Canal, which you can tell because you've seen on the title.
Yes, but also, for those of you that watched last year, I swore I would not come back at this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
So technically,
It's a
not.
month
We're a
early.
month early, but I don't know. We'll see how I do.
Yeah, last year it was really hot at the end of May. Now, or
It was sometime in May. I don't know, whenever.
But now we're going in April to the beginning of June or May.
And Ed and I wanted to do something special because on the 20th of April, it's our 25th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
So this is our gift to us. We're on the new Star Princess, and we're exploring.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start back on Thursday, which is when we started the trip. It's Tuesday today.
Yes.
But we started the trip on Thursday. That was April 9th, and we drove down to LAX.
Yeah,
where
our
we got
good friend Bernie drove us.
Yeah, we got on a plane to Orlando. So that took a while. It was actually, there weren't that many people at the LAX
Oh my
airport,
gosh.
and they were really helpful with the scooter and everything and our luggage.
Yeah, I took my scooter and I was able to take it all the way to the gate. And instead of them taking it and putting it underneath the plane, they fit it in the on the
closet. Yeah,
in the
just
plane.
right at the front of the plane. Which
Yeah, it was fantastic.
made it easier for them and us, I think.
Yeah.
So so the flight was, I don't know, 4 hours, almost 5 hours,
yeah.
4 hours, 45 minutes, something like that. So we got to the Orlando airport and we rented a car.
That was kind of fun.
It was confusing because they said we would get one model of car and then we got a completely different model of car, which worked out for the better, I think.
Yeah, I liked it.
Interesting to drive, but
It
it was a
just-
good car, yeah.
Yeah, just trying to figure out how to use it.
Yeah, it was a new VW
gosh,
Tiguan, I
that's
guess,
right.
SUV. So some things were different from our cars, so it took a little while to learn it. But we got out of the airport and it was getting dark. It was basically dark by the time we got out of the airport, I think. And we drove the hour and a half or so to my mom's house up north of Daytona Beach. We ate at Steak and Shake on the way, I think, right?
Yeah, we don't need to go to Steak and Shake anymore. I feel
Yeah.
bad. If you guys really like it, or maybe we just had a bad experience, I don't know. Before I liked it, but I didn't have a very good experience. But,
Yeah.
but it's all good. It's cheap, so it's good food for, I don't know about good food, but it's decent for a good price.
Yeah. So we got in at 11, I think, at night, and we went to sleep pretty soon after that. So the next day was Friday. That was April 10th. We didn't do much really on Friday. We didn't have a lot to do in Florida.
I know, I was trying to remember what we did.
Yeah. So we wanted to get lunch at Culver's because we ate
did
there
do that.
on our last trip to Florida.
So we went to the newer location this time.
Yeah, they they had a new one last time we were here a little over a year ago, and then
This is a newer
we ate
one,
at the
your
second one.
mom's- yeah.
And it was good. Culver's is good. We got the cheese curds, which you have to do, kind of.
Yeah, those are yummy.
Yeah, that was good. We did a little bit of driving around. We were going to go to Walmart, but it was crowded.
Oh
We
my
didn't do
gosh,
too much.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then when it was dinner time, we went to Outback and ate at the Outback in Daytona. No,
With your mom,
Ormond
yeah.
Beach. Yeah, and then after that, we didn't do too much again. So that leads us into what? Sunday? No, Saturday. Saturday, April 11th. We'd thought of something to do, so we ended up driving to Orlando.
Oh, that's right.
I do have some video of the drawbridge, so the drawbridge near
your
my
mom's.
mom's house was up, so some boats could go through. I don't think there were sailboats that time, but so we went over the drawbridge and we went to Orlando, and there was this place that Barb's wanted to visit.
Yeah, so I guess I moved the location, and a shout out to Heather, my twin, who did some research and found the location for us. So that was really nice. So it's called Recycling the Magic. If you're ever I guess it's close to Orlando.
It's outside of Orlando. Yeah.
I highly recommend it if you're a big Disney fan because it's all recycled stuff from the parks. Disneyland, I mean, every single park. Disney World, Walt Disney World, I think we saw Tokyo. I think they had not everything.
Yeah, they import things. Yeah, they get, so the owners know like retired Imagineers and stuff, and some of their collection ends up at their store, which seems small on the outside, but once you go in, it's really full of stuff.
Yeah, and I was a little worried on a Saturday. I thought for sure it would be really hard to get in and out of, but it wasn't, and they were just so nice. I couldn't believe how nice they were in there. I mean...
Yeah, and they had everything from like... I mean, we were most interested in the park used stuff, but they had everything from like menus of restaurants that aren't there anymore. They had blueprints for a lot of things, including the cruise ships.
They had stamps. Remember that stamp
big
collection?
Set of stamps.
They had clothing, like used. Well, it's all used,
including uniforms.
It's recycling. Yeah, uniforms.
And then they had like Happy Meal Disney stuff and other stuff that's not really park used stuff. But we did find something that we were interested in, so we actually bought something. Do you want to tell them what it is? I don't have video of it, but we have photos.
We have stills. I know people think we're crazy, but we bought a trash can that was used in Disneyland.
Yeah, from New Orleans Square. Park used trash can.
I know that sounds really weird to some of you, but I don't know. It's been a while. We've been looking the last few years, and I think the four of us of the family, that's one thing we all could agree on, because the pricing wasn't, the pricing we'd seen, it wasn't that bad. So we figured if we're going to get something from the park, because we're never going to get a ride vehicle or anything like that, because we can't afford it. So we all decided a trash can would be good, and we found a really good deal on one. And
it seems like it's in good shape.
Yeah, the only drawback is we have to go back. We have to drive cross country to pick it up, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to get it to our house.
Yeah, but anyway, so.
Yeah, so that was fun. So then we drove back home. I don't think we had dinner that night. We made a frozen pizza.
Yeah, I don't think we did, but.
And then the next day was Sunday, April 12th. So again, we were just kind of packing up and getting ready for our cruise. Yeah. We did go to a place called Metro Diner in Daytona Beach.
And that was pretty good.
And it was pretty good.
A lot of food,
Yeah, they gave you a lot of food. They had a good menu too, not just breakfast, but lunch and dinner also. We got we got breakfast stuff, sort of. But
sort of. But I was able to take some of that home and ended up leaving it for Ed's mom. So
yeah, so we might go back there, the Metro Diner. It's right sort of next to the Speedway in Daytona.
And then we ran into Target, I think. And then I was amazed that you could hear, I guess they were on the track.
Yeah.
And we were across the street. I was like, wow, that's pretty loud. I can't even imagine if you're inside how loud
cars must have been running, and it was really loud even across the street.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So after that, we came home and finished packing. And we went to bed early because on the next day, so the first day of our cruise was Monday, April 13th. Yeah, yesterday from when we're recording this. But we did get up at 4:30 in the morning to drive down to Fort Lauderdale. And it turned out, the timing turned out to be right.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Traffic wasn't too bad. It took almost 4.5 hours because we avoided the toll routes, right?
Yeah.
So we got to the Fort Lauderdale airport around 9:30, I think.
Yeah, we had to get gas.
Yeah, we got gas.
And we actually got right to the airport and realized we needed gas. Yeah. And luckily, we were able to get gas. It wasn't that difficult. And then we were able to drop the car off. And
so we dropped the car off, and we'd already paid for transfers from the airport to the ship.
Yeah, which I'm glad we did.
Through Princess Cruises, which worked out perfectly because as soon as we got to the station for the cruise line, they said, wait in line, but the person was saying that the bus was leaving right away.
Yeah, we got the first, I think they said the first bus or something.
Yeah.
So for those of you that have flown in, or if you're not sure about where to meet the transfer, if you do pay for it on the ship, there are little kiosks. They're really cute. Anyways, at Fort Lauderdale Airport. And they have them for all the cruise lines.
Yeah, right at the baggage check. So that
was nice. And Princess happened to be at the far end. We were at the other end, and we first saw Celebrity. And they were really nice, and we asked them, and they said, oh, just go all the way down and you'll see it. And I think we passed Disney on the way, and so yeah, it was really nice, very helpful. especially with the scooter. We got the scooter in.
Yeah, they got us on the bus. It took a little while because there was a lot of traffic, and there were at least 6 ships in port loading.
Yeah, and we kind of
unloading.
knew that ahead of time. Somebody had posted that there were going to be like 5.
Yeah.
It ended up being 6 ships in port.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, some small ones, but most of them big.
I think
bigger.
ours was the biggest.
Yeah, it was probably the biggest because the Disney one was older and the celebrity ones were older.
But yeah, and we were right next to Disney, which was kind of neat. So
Yeah.
it was a dream.
The Disney Dream,
Dream,
yeah,
yeah.
which we've never been on, but Heather has.
No.
Other people have.
Yeah.
Heather probably went on that one too. So we embarked. It was easy to embark too. We walked through a tunnel, and for just people with disabilities, they had a separate section.
Yeah.
So they just really checked us in. We didn't have to do much, and we showed them our passport and stuff. But
I think it was helpful this time too, is that we had the medallions.
yeah, we had already shipped them to our house, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Sometimes they don't get them to you fast enough.
But I think, and it at one point it was kind of a joke. I said to somebody, so it's like a train of people with scooters and wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And they're like laughing at it. It's like a train. But they made it work, and they were all very nice. But when we got to the part to check our medallions, the people that hadn't had their medallions shipped to them, it was really good. They just had them go off to the side, and they went and got them. And the rest of us that had it, we could just go through, and then it was easy. We just got on. And this is probably the first time I didn't have anybody like from the ship help me get on and off, and which was nice because I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
So that was good. But
Yeah.
yeah, so then we got on the ship, and
we just got on the ship, and
it was pretty easy.
Yeah, we were a little worried because we'd never been on this ship because these two, the Star and the Sun Princess, the new ones are brand new and completely redesigned. So we thought we might get lost, but
We're doing all right.
wasn't
You're
hard.
being pretty
We
good
walked
with your phone, and you're checking.
Yeah, we looked
know.
at the map, and now we know kind of what level everything is on. So it's different, but yeah. So our cabin is on deck 6. So it's what is it called?
It's a cove balcony
Yeah.
cabin or something like that, I guess. Deck 6.
Yeah, the cove balcony.
Yeah.
So it's like on the lowest deck, or one of the lowest decks for passengers.
I think so.
But it's a balcony. So in the old days when they designed the ships, the low decks didn't have balconies. They were just portholes, windows. But now they have a balcony, and it's interesting. You'll see in the video where the balcony's partially enclosed, but it's nice. It's like a full balcony.
Well, it kind of reminds me of when we were on the Leg of the World cruise last year, and we were at the front of the ship with our balcony, and it kind of reminded me a little bit like a cove balcony.
Right.
But that balcony was massive. That was crazy. This, it doesn't have the footrests or anything like that. There's not really a room, but I'm okay with it. So
yeah, the cabin seems nice so far.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, and a little noisy, just because we're down low, I guess, and there's a little creaking.
Yeah, it's really weird though, right?
It
doesn't bother us,
loud.
but I would think it would bother some people.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, so we actually got our suitcases pretty quickly. We were allowed to get in our room by 1, and then our suitcases were there by 1:30 probably.
Yeah, and they were talking about having everybody, I think it was more to 1:30 that you could get to your room.
Yeah, but they were opened earlier than that.
Yeah, a little bit earlier, and he let us just come in and stay, and but we did go to the buffet.
Yeah, we went to
the eatery or whatever. Oh no, we went to
for lunch. We went to the Americano, which is their sort of new thing. It's an extension of the buffet for breakfast and lunch. So we went to lunch there, and it serves lunch until the afternoon, so it's pretty good. It's a buffet for breakfast and lunch. I guess it turns into a restaurant for dinner.
I think we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we might wait in line for that and see what it's like. But that's what we did for lunch. Then before we went to dinner, we went to the Elite Lounge, which is in Princess Live in the middle of the ship.
It was
and that
packed.
was nice. Yeah, there were a lot of people in there, and they had quite a bit of like appetizers and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you were able to get something. I don't usually eat in there because it's not something that I like.
Yeah, it's usually just olives, cheese, crackers, crudité. I don't know, just.
And they usually have like a dessert or something. They have like pigs in a blanket or something.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, but that was fun. And then after that, we just went to the buffet for dinner. We didn't get too much, but that was nice. I have to learn the new buffet. It's shaped a little differently from most of them, and it was a little bit crowded.
But they seem to have a lot of options.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of areas where you can get soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And then the other thing I have to say I kind of like, we drink a lot of water. We're not people that usually buy sodas or alcoholic beverages because that's just not us. I mean, we do have Diet Coke in the fridge because that's what they gave us. But yeah, they have a pitcher of water on all the tables, and then they have their, I guess, clean glasses. So we get to sit there and drink as much water as we want, which is good. We don't have to keep asking people
Yeah,
to,
that's good.
you know, or go up and get it. Because sometimes they don't like you to get up and, you know, go get it yourself. They'd rather, you know, they serve you and stuff. But so far, I don't think I've run into anybody that's been, like, not a nice crew member. They've all seemed very happy on this ship, which we usually find that.
Yeah.
But, you know, you never know. Once in a while, you might find somebody that's had a bad day or something.
Yeah.
But it's been great so far. My only complaint, though, about the cabin, Heather, my twin, warned me, the bathroom is small, and it's not that bad. It's just, you know, the toilet area. It's not, I don't know, the shower, I didn't have a problem with the showering and that, but yeah, so.
Yeah, so in Princess's new ships, you saw in the video, the bathrooms are reconfigured, and since we're in a balcony and not a mini suite, it's a smaller shower.
Yeah,
and I think smaller sink and stuff.
Well,
too.
the sink though is kind of weird because it kind of comes out in the middle. It's like curved, so it kind of comes out kind of a little bit in front of the toilet. So kind of sort of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to. And then we didn't think we were gonna like the new closet area, but it fit everything.
Yeah, actually,
and
it's
then some.
Strange. The old closets were open, and then there were a bunch of shelves and a bunch of drawers, which always fit all our clothes really well. And we'd seen videos for the new ships, and it seemed like there was less space, and a lot of it was behind closet doors. But once we get in here and put stuff in, it seems like there might even be more room for our clothes and stuff. So that wasn't a problem at all.
And you don't hear because I'm looking over there now, and I could see the clothes hangers going up and down.
Yeah.
You don't hear it, so which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then the other nice thing is the desk, it extends out a little bit, so there's enough room for your chair, and there's also 2 drawers in front of the chair facing the mirror. Well, it's hard to explain, but anyways, to the right of the desk, it comes out. My scooter fits perfectly under there.
Yeah.
So
there's room
I
for
folded
the
it up, and our room steward was saying, he's like, oh, make sure you don't leave it outside. It sounded like on another cruise, I guess some teenagers got on a scooter and they lost the scooter on the ship. How do you lose a scooter on a ship? I mean, like mine, you could, but like the bigger ones, I'm like, it's like.
Yeah, they had to look for it.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but that's what he was saying. I said, oh no, we'll keep it in the cabin the whole time anyway. So it was kind of funny, but.
Yeah. So then we left, when we were leaving port, which I guess was before dinner, it was nice because they played the Love Boat theme like they do on their newer ship. I guess everything from the Royal Class newer has been playing that as the foghorn or the horn or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I like that. It's good.
So yeah, we left the port of Fort Lauderdale and started sailing south. We got some video of the condos nearby and the Disney ship, right? That was still there.
So I guess that's it for now. Hopefully we didn't bore you too much, but you know, it's us, so try to make it fun for you. We're having a great time, and I guess the next 2 days, I guess, are sea days.
Yeah.
Or no, 1 day.
One day,
Thursday,
yeah, this is the first sea day, one more sea day.
And then we're in Aruba.
Thursday we'll be in Aruba.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out if we're going to get off the ship or not, because we were just here. But most likely we'll get off the ship, and we'll look for more blue horses or whatever.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So we might wait and do something maybe the day after Aruba, do another video or something. But we are on the ship until May 3rd, and we end up in Seattle. So we have a few more videos we can do for you, you know. Anyways, hope everybody's well, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to like our video if you like it. You know, and subscribe. That would be nice if you could do that, so we know who's watching, and and stuff. And shout out to our kids and Andrew that are back home.
Yeah.
And of course, Daisy, our dog.
Yeah, we miss her already.
I know. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.